Welcome to the G.N.A. podcast, where we get drunk and
talk about stuff.
That. So you already heard him. You heard who's joining us tonight. We got Zyber. Zyberblood, how you feeling, man?
Better than last week. Yeah. Fucking sinus colds suck.
Dude, you sound incredible. What have you done with your mic? Did you turn up the gain or something?
No, I didn't do anything. Everything's still the same. I just turned that shit around.
Well, dude, whatever you're doing with your mic now, keep doing it. It sounds sexy.
All right, I just pulled a magic apple. That's all.
Dude, well, keep gnawing on that magic apple. Just knob that apple right down. Just right in your mouth. Just right inside your mouth like this. Like this. Right inside your mouth.
Yeah, well, after last week's audio, I was like, wow, this sounds like shit. I guess I got to turn it around.
Well, that works. And looks like Zyber's the only person. Oh, wait a minute. There's a whole bunch of other people here, too. we got Shinzu joining us tonight, or Secret Cell. What the hell am I introducing you as now? Because you changed your name around.
I want to confuse you as much as possible. You can still introduce me as Shinzu.
All right. Well, joining us tonight is I want to confuse you as much as possible. How are you doing? I want to confuse you as much as possible.
I'm doing very well.
Rock on. Rock on. And we dug somebody out from exile. He was roaming around in the nether realm over there, and he started taking over the show. So we figure before he actually does take over the entire show, we better get him back here. So we've got Lord Damok here. Lord Damok, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm back, bitches! It is good to be back. I have missed all of your pretty little faces.
Nice. And we got D from Microbrew Gamers. D, what you up to, man?
Just recovering from this virus that's been trying to kick my ass, so I'm trying to kill it with liquor and beer.
Oh, well, just a heads up that I genetically engineered that virus just for you. So nobody else around you should get sick from this, but you quite possibly will die.
Actually, I've already spread it, so you failed. It's going everywhere.
Side effects will include anal leakage.
Oh my god, you mean it mutated?
Yes.
Oh god, the human race is doomed.
Christ, one of the key bonders was that chocolate.
Oh,
Cecil, I have to ask Cecil, what did you do with your hair? It looks a little different. I don't really recognize your face anymore. It looks more silvery and dialy.
Well, you see, I went outside and I found this puddle of mud, and they were playing some really great music.
Bodies hit the floor.
So I just rubbed my face all over them, and now I've got this all over my face. I got Damok over there throwing his hands up.
Like, puddle of mud, come on. They're playing, I think, in a week or two. Tickets like $70 to go and do a meet and greet with them. They're going to be here. We got tickets already.
Nice. Go meet Muddle a Pud.
We got...
Just don't drift and die when you go to see them.
Oh, God. I know exactly what Blue would say if he was here. We're getting sued.
And latest news, G.N.A. podcast is sued by a puddle of mud.
And we got Shadow here blowing some fat vape clouds. What are you up to, man?
Are you sure it's me, or you didn't want to go back to Shinzu again? I still haven't forgotten from last week, fucker.
And now back to Shinzu.
I'm doing all right.
Good. You're sounding good.
Oh, no, I'm way better these days. It was a good weekend.
All right. Way to be. And I'm Cecil Xavier, your host. If you don't know my voice, then, well, I'm not doing the right accent then, am I? So, most importantly, we gotta do this every show, mostly because Shadow's wearing a beanie hat on his head. I like Shinzu's hat better.
I'm readjusting to the fact that the sides and back of my head are bald.
Yeah, and I really like Zyber's hat. It's amazing. It's making me horny. Really horny. Oh, you shaved him? Like shaved him?
Yeah, they're shaved.
Jesus.
Just like it was a month ago.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, are you like 14? Are you 14 and going through like a midlife crisis?
I mean, I am going through a midlife crisis, but I'm 30.
No, I'm pretty sure you're 14.
Fuck you.
Let's start off with the 14-year-old. What are you drinking, man? He took his headphones off, so he can't even hear me now.
Juice. He's drinking juice.
So, Shadow, what are you drinking with us tonight, man?
You know what the fuck I'm drinking. Why are you even asking that? It's fucking Mountain Dew.
I know, but I'm hoping that you've put something
It's because
in it.
he's not old enough to drink yet.
Dicks. Dicks ahoy.
Your balls have to drop first.
That's why he snuck around with the fireball. He's not old enough to drink yet, like a big boy.
So I got this Mountain Dew and a vape, so fuck you.
Oh, God. Yeah, all the cool kids are vaping in class now. D, what are you drinking, man?
I hear vaping causes cervix cancer, so you better watch out.
Shit. What type of cancer? Cervix cancer? Is that what you said?
That explains why my cervix has been hurting.
At least you're not McClure, who had to ask me what a cervix was after making that joke.
Oh, God.
I had to explain to him the female anatomy. It was awkward.
He had to have the talk one day. And
I found out what it was the hard way by accidentally punching it.
Oh, I towed a clit once, and she was really angry at me. Like, I full-on kicked her right in the clit. God, it was
Imagine
so mad.
she would be.
I mean, she's kicked you in the dick more times when she was asleep, so...
Oh, no, see, the thing is, she's really great at dodging the shaft. However, those two little berries, and I say little berries now because they have, like, shrunk down to the size of blueberries. Those little guys, those have had so much abuse, and not good abuse either.
Like, you just imagine in the middle of the night, oh, my craisins!
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
We have photo proof that she abuses them during the day, so...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that's her being nice. So what are you drinking, D?
Well, since I'm feeling well enough to drink again, I am back to my shipyard Pumpkinhead, because I bought so much of this shit. And I haven't really been out to shop, so... I'm
really glad you shifted that, because I thought you were about to say you backyarded it. And I'm like, dude, you better not be putting beer up your butt.
Jesus Christ.
D, you are some basic bitch right now.
Hell yeah.
Ready to drink. Damok, what are you doing up there? What are you drinking?
I have some Golden Monkey. It's one of my favorites so far. It's good alcohol. I don't know. It's a Belgian style, whatever the fuck. It tastes good, and it's got high alcohol content.
Dude, that was good, but it did not nearly pack as much of a punch as I thought it was going to.
So I noticed that when we drank it out of the larger bottle, it did not have a punch to it at all. These little 12-ounce bottles, they have a little bit of a punch to it. There's some bite that was missing from the big bottle.
Sounds like a kung fu movie.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Golden Monkey, hidden cervix.
Yeah. Yeah, it's where everybody kicks around and starts hitting people in the clit. And what are you drinking with us tonight? Trying to keep me confused as much as possible.
That was a close one. I am drinking a Belgian-style lambic. From Germany, in case you didn't realize.
Gesundheit. But what beer are you drinking?
The lambic.
Gesundheit. But what beer are you drinking?
I am drinking the beer that will go up your butt if you don't stop saying Gesundheit after I say lambic.
No, I'm not doing what D's doing. D's doing the butt ingestion of the beer right now, which ironically is probably the quickest way to get the alcohol in your system.
It is.
This is a traditional style lambic ale, which is basically sour raspberries inside of an ale.
That's also, I guess, what they refer to as boofing, which is now the official support of the Supreme Court.
Okay.
Notice how nobody laughed at that one.
I'm actually,
Nope.
I'm not laughing because I feel it's probably very accurate and true, and I'm a little scared.
It is. It's Judge Kavanaugh.
Oh,
He's a boofer.
So, Zyber, what are you drinking with us tonight, man?
Well, I am drinking this lovely Mountain Dew.
Best drink.
No, not really. I am drinking Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze.
Nice.
Yeah. It honestly, to me, tastes like a Blue Moon with an excessive amount of orange juice. I mean, yeah, it even looks the...
Dude, you add some pulp to that, and that would be a can of orange juice.
Yeah, exactly.
That looks like the description.
Yep.
Oh, it's totally hazy.
And it tastes the same, too. It is lightly hop citrusy on the front, but all you taste on the back end is like, I don't know if it's just the way it looks and it's making me think it tastes like that, but it tastes like orange juice.
Maybe that should be the thumbnail for this current podcast.
What a really, like a skunky looking beer. Because that's what I thought it was when I first poured it. I was like, dude, this looks like a skunked beer. And then I tasted it, I'm like, oh no, it's actually got a lot of flavor. But it's like, I didn't think it had that much of an aftertaste like most IPAs do. Like it was all right in the front and there was nothing in the back end. Like it was gone in 30 seconds or less.
Yeah. There's nothing to the back end. It's all up in front. And the back end, all I taste is juice. That's it. And I don't know if that's why they call it Juicy Haze or just the look of it.
You are saying juicy and not Jews, right?
Yes, juicy.
Oh, good. Because like if you were saying all you tasted were Jews in the back end, I was going to ask you if like that was like an ashy taste or what.
Boo, Wendy Hesseberger, boo.
A little nutty.
That's only if you go around the back end.
That's what you were talking about.
Oh, good point. Yeah. Well, I myself am drinking a good old classic for Cecil. I'm drinking some Kraken rum with a little bit of Diet Coke.
When you got to upgrade yourself to actual Coke.
Now, I got to ask you a question. Have any of you actually read my shirt?
No.
If I could see it, yes.
The man, the myth, the legend is Damok. I love that he is sporting a Damok shirt. Ducks out for Damok.
Ducks out for Damok.
Always a good choice.
Dicks out for Damok.
All right, State of Games. State of Games, if you guys don't know what State of Games is, State of Games where we talk about what we've been playing for the past week, or we pontificate about how we feel the state of games are today. Or we do both, depending on how long we've got and what type of topic we have. And since today we actually have no topic, we can pontificate forever.
Whose fault is that?
That would be mine.
I vote Cecil.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely was. We spent a good 20, 30 minutes after last podcast talking about what we should talk about this time around.
Yeah, I screwed up. That was me. Totally me. I got confused because D came back later on the next day with like, hey, we should talk about this. I'm like, no, we were going to talk about this. And then I did no research or show notes. So that was totally me.
Isn't it like, don't you just have a hunkering for those good old-fashioned hash browns, Cecil?
You mean like the McDonald's hash browns?
Yeah.
God, yeah. Dude, I would like pound down 20 of those right to my face right now.
Especially thinking about that's especially great when you're supposed to remember a grocery list.
I just want to let you know that I'm cracking a second beer already because of you guys.
I'm surprised you're not working into hardcore liquor at this moment in time.
Don't blame me for your problems.
I gave it a hard consideration, but the liquor I have is much more valuable to savor and not slam dunk.
No, you can savor on this show. Like, I've had some really great scotch on this show. I'm actually thinking about breaking out that tequila, that scorpion tequila, because I really think that should be a sipping tequila, not a shooting tequila.
No, we're done with that shit. We are so done with that shit. After I saw Zyber eat the scorpion, we're fucking done with that crap.
I got another bottle here. Damok had some.
He ate that crap for like $3.
I am dying to eat the scorpion. The tequila's good.
I think Zyber did almost die.
I was not paid anything to eat that scorpion. I ate it of my own drunk volition.
No. You asked around how much money would you get if you ate the scorpion, and collective wise, you got $3. We just never gave it to you.
Yeah, we never gave you the money.
So I want to point out this one thing should describe the entire night for Zyber. Now I'm going to raise my arms up in the air, and I'm going to go hoodie.
Hoodie.
All right. So, Zyber, what's your state of games, man?
My state of games, let's see. It is a culmination of Pathfinder, Kingmaker, Eternal Card Game, and today, Pokemon Go.
Pokemon? Nice. What about you, Shinzu? What's your state of games there, guy?
Well, I've gotten into I'm still playing Dragalia Lost Halloween's event, and I've actually gotten into Overwatch pretty fiercely, and I've done a great sin according to the community where my main is actually Hanzo, and apparently that's a bad thing.
I've heard that. I've heard that being Hanzo is pretty much just social death.
Yeah, I don't get what it is, but I'm actually pretty good with him, and people just kind of like hate. They're like, I can't believe you're choosing that bastard, and I'm like, nah, man. If you aim right and you shoot right, he's great to play.
I think that everybody's pissed about it is because Hanzo is such an easy character to get kills with, so it's kind of like, hey, you're taking the easy guy. Because I've played Hanzo.
Hey,
I've played Hanzo before, and it is really easy to get kills with him. It's satisfying though.
Yeah, he's a very straightforward character, but if you pull the arrow back and you miss, you have a delayed 3 to 4 seconds before you can fire again and get a kill. So I mean, there is a balancing aspect to him where you have to time your shots right. Yeah, he's not exactly hard to play, but he's a very straightforward character, which is what I like.
What about you, Damok? Which steady games there, guy?
I have also been playing Pathfinder Kingmaker and a little bit of Punch Club here and there.
How is Punch Club?
Well, I tried to do a money cheat and only a money cheat, and it fucked up the game, so I'm not quite sure. I beat it in about 3 seconds. But yeah, so I gotta go back and actually try it. The money's a pain in the ass. The rest of it, the training, was a lot of fun, but you're gonna run out of food, and that dude who says he's gonna feed you doesn't feed you for that long.
Huh. Alright. What about you, D? Which steady games there, guy?
I've been busting through trying to get further in Octopath Traveler. I've been playing the Mario Odyssey with the kids, and some Pokemon Ultra Moon.
Huzzah. What about you, Shadow? You still on Wildlands?
Hang on a second. Yeah, actually, I am still playing. Well, I actually finished the campaign. I actually beat the entirety of the campaign in the hardest mode, so I'm proud of myself for that.
All right.
Tried doing the 2 DLCs for that. The first DLC makes no sense story-wise, and the second DLC, there's things with optical camouflage. So I noped the hell right out of that.
That's a big old bag of nope to me.
That's a big old bag of nope. And then, because somebody enjoys watching me play Zelda games, so I have beaten the first 3 temples of the Wind Waker this weekend. Which is perfect because you'll notice right there, I have this super cool Wind Waker art that we recently got framed.
Dude, I like it. I like it a lot. I noticed that you still don't have a Jason Voorhees vinyl framed and up there. I'm busting your ball. You don't have to put it up, really. I'm busting your ball
working
completely.
on that. Thinking when I get a house and have a game room, it'll be perfect for it.
Oh, you don't need a gay room to have a house.
Game, not gay room.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was gonna go with gay room too.
You could just be gay anywhere. This is America.
Good point.
Not Alabama.
I mean, you can't be gay in some places in Alabama still, but
There's a lot of things you can't be in Alabama. Like in a working car, apparently.
No. Apparently, you go to Alabama for a moment, and you spend like 3 or 4 months there trying to get your car fixed.
because you keep spending the money on meth.
Didn't Michael J. Fox get into that problem in Alabama?
I don't know, but I know my brother did. Not the meth, but the stuff in the South.
He had an opportunity. He should have done crack. It would have been better for him.
It probably would have been easier.
Probably.
Doc Hollywood, right?
Yeah. Good
Also,
call.
Shadow, have you been paying attention to GOG lately?
The whole fight over the author with The Witcher?
The Thronebreaker series for the new Witcher?
Oh, no, I haven't.
I know you love The Witcher, and Thronebreaker is coming out soon.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Well, I myself have actually played a few games this week. I jumped onto some Warframe. Haven't played that in a while. I enjoyed that. Had to retweak all my controls. Enjoyed jumping down that path again. There's a lot of there's just a lot of content in that game. It's almost it's not almost. It is overwhelming to try to jump back into that game because there's just so much stuff to do and so much to try to understand. But still, that was fun. I jumped into some Rocksmith. Haven't played that in a while. I figured I'd try to learn a new song via that. So I've been learning Lightning Crashes from Rocksmith, which strangely enough is easier than I thought it would be. It's like 3 chords. Actually, sorry, it's like 4 chords. And I was playing some Escape from Tarkov actually right before the show, which that game is still really fun, except when a scav comes up with a shotgun and blasts your face off.
How much is that game?
How much do you want to pay? It's like $30 for the base game, and then like you can go up to like $150 for their super special. You get everything plus a butt plug for your friend.
I'm okay with just the $30 version.
You already had some butt plugs.
Yeah, but like all that stuff that you get extra, you can lose, and it'd be like, oh, I paid $100, and I just got the game installed, played, and lost it all.
Besides, if I get any butt plugs, we all know that Zyber's gonna want it, and I just can't.
Oh, dude, come on! That time in Mexico.
That scorpion in Mexico.
So the fun part is that like you jump into Tarkov, and yes, you can go in and lose all your equipment in like 3 rounds if you're stupid, or you could just go in with a hatchet, like Damok and I have been doing, try to learn the map, and then go forward and work in with some weaponry.
No. We've not been learning the map at all. We need NyQuil Assassin to come back from wherever the hell he went, show us the way, get us the gear. And then if you're really dumb, you can get really drunk and buy the deluxe edition $300 package, just like our good friend Cecil did.
Yeah.
Did you put the question mark G.N.A. podcast at the end of that?
If there was a possibility for me to do that, I would have. But yeah, I didn't get that through Humble Bundle. I got that right from Tarkov. Speaking of getting drunk and buying the most expensive version of a game you can, have you guys heard of that game, The 13 Dolls? Have you guys heard of The Seventh Guest?
Yes.
So let me guess, before we get too far into this conversation, the doll game is a horror game, isn't it?
Well, do you remember The Seventh Guest?
No.
Damok, Shadow?
I got 13 ghosts.
Okay, so
I'm out.
The Seventh
The
Guest.
Poltergeist ain't one?
The Seventh Guest was a game about. It was a puzzle game. The entire game was a puzzle game. It came back out in like 94 or 95.
Goddamn soup cans.
I was like 8.
It came out a long time ago, and it had some really, really great puzzles in it. It was by Trilobite Studios, I think.
That's correct, sir.
It had it was a game full of puzzles that had a storyline attached to each puzzle. So as you completed a puzzle, you got an FMV that told you some more of the story, and there were things around the house that when you looked at them or read them, they gave you story. It was basically like the old Scratches game, but way before Scratches was probably even considered. Well, it came out, Seventh Guest came out with a second game called The 11th Hour. So in 11th Hour, instead of being invited as a guest to Stoff's mansion, you went and you were investigating Stoff's mansion because your girlfriend disappeared, and she went to Stoff's mansion and disappeared there. So you go to try to find your girlfriend. It's again another puzzle game, and you're going through Stoff's mansion.
This is what happened. Keep getting lost in mansions. They keep going into fog, and guys always get fucked in these situations.
Sometimes I get kidnapped by Bowser.
And she just
true.
jumped out of a car, smoked a road sign, and that shit quick.
No, I mean, you still go through it because at the end, you're getting cake and you're getting something else at the very end. So it's kind of worth it in a way, but...
Not in the 11th hour, man. Dude, the end of that game, if you actually saved your girlfriend, you died.
Oh, well, hopefully you got a little something on the side there first. But it wasn't at least like in Gears of War 2 where you found your girl and you had to put a bullet through her head because she was so fucked up.
That doesn't sound like a problem.
So 13 Dolls is actually, it was a Kickstarter. It was started out as a fan-made game, and they got a Kickstarter go through. They raised like something like $60,000 or so to actually hire the original guy who played Stoff, and they're making a new, Seventh Guest, 11th Hour, and now the 13th Dolls. So why I told that whole story is I am a big fan of the 7th Guest and 11th Hour, so I saw that game was now going to be released somewhere around Halloween, and I saw that they had the $150 version, and I happened to buy the $150 version, and anyway.
You don't absolutely have to buy the $150 version.
Yeah,
you can just not buy the $150 version.
I was totally drunk, and I shouldn't be allowed to drink in Prime. Is basically the way I view it.
I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm right there with you.
Question: you keep telling
Y'all
me you
need
can't,
Jesus.
You tell me you can't buy new camera gear because you have no money. I think I know why now.
Yep. I'm not denying it whatsoever. I am an impulse buyer, and yeah. But hey, you know what? I get a physical copy of the game, and I got a physical copy of their super special art book.
You know who I blame for all this? Cecil's wife, where is she? She knows that none of us are adults.
Why isn't she pulling your nuts off and saying, stop that?
Why isn't she taking the wallet or the
I
prime?
think we may have figured out why she beats me maliciously in the testicles at night.
Cecil, I can't really judge you that much, but stop it.
I'm just going to come over there with a newspaper and just start beating you in the head with it, like, stop.
Comes from the 14-year-old eating Doritos for dinner.
Yeah, seriously. You know what? I'm going to boop you tomorrow with the newspaper.
Yeah, I deserve that. I
would rub your nose in the Amazon Prime order, but you probably love the smell.
I do. It smells so good. So good.
Yeah, I'm just as bad as Cecil when it comes to drinking and priming.
It's so
It's
bad.
horrible.
I've never had that issue where I've been so drunk that I've been like, hey, I'm going to order this. I'm always like, I don't got the money for this, so I'm not going to buy it.
I've done it once, and it wasn't even Amazon Prime. It was Brownells, and it was because it was on sale.
See, I'm bad at impulse buying. Impulse buying is my issue, where I'll see something, I'm like, I don't really need it, but I really want it. Like this new mic I got. I didn't really need it, but I wanted it.
I'll research it for like 2 days and then buy it.
I'll get really drunk and buy something obscure, and the wife go, what the hell is this? I don't know.
I've seen the shit in your collection, and I can attest to this, that, yeah, you will buy the most useless shit because you're like, oh, it's a collectible. It's like, no, it's not.
I can also say that I've only done that once. Today.
Today?
Today.
What did you buy today?
So I found these really cool metal dice for D&D. And
Oh, no, just stop right there.
I already
Jesus
had one
H.
set, but I didn't have
Christ.
enough D6s, so yeah.
I bought metal dice because I need to roll in style.
No, man, they roll really well. They really do.
And I guess they can be used as weapons as well.
Hey,
I need to roll heavy metal.
say, if somebody happens to attack me, I can throw this 20-sided die right into their eyeball, and I can piss them off.
The GM says, no, you may not throw the dice at the monster.
Dude, I'd roll a 20 on attack on that. Be like instant 20.
I really, what was that D&D campaign that we had going? You're all gonna rot in prison.
You're all gonna
Was that
rot
the
in
one?
prison. Yep.
We never finished that.
Yeah, we did. We went.
Did we? I thought it was. Oh yeah, you're right. So who was it at the very end that used the rocket launcher that almost killed us all?
No, that was You're All Gonna Rot in Davy Jones's locker.
I wasn't. That was a continuation.
That was
right?
no, that was the second game of it. We completed the first game. You're all gonna rot in
Right.
prison. The ending of that was with Zyber doing a Sarge jump, which should not have physically been able to happen. However,
Yeah, because he was like dead. He was like 1 point away from dying, and he made it.
he was that far. He was that close to dying. He was like. He was like 5 meters away from the boat. He rolled 2 20s in a row. The person that he landed on rolled a 20. And then we rolled a 20 for the boat. It's like, no, there's rigged dice here or something, but this dude's alive now. That's just it. He's now alive.
That was a good game.
Yeah, You're All
was
Gonna
a
Rot in
good
prison.
game. I did
The
enjoy that
one
one.
you're probably thinking of was the third game to that, where you guys were all tactical SWAT team and you guys got killed by monkeys throwing flaming poo at you.
Well, there was that, and there was also the vampire one that we never finished either. The one where we got surrounded by werewolves. Too.
No, you finished that one.
Did we?
That was Memories. You absolutely did finish that one. That one ended with Michael realizing his memories and going off with his, we're just going to call it sire.
I don't know if I was there for that. I don't know if I actually completed it. I don't know if I was physically there. I think my character died.
No,
before the end
your
of it.
character's a human. Your character was Michael's retainer, and he was a human. And I think you named him Alucard.
I did, because I really like that name.
It's a good name.
It is a good name, and actually backwards.
Oh, yeah.
I like. Yeah, I know how like no one got that initially. They were like, "Oh, it's so obvious."
Now, did you guys waste $135 on Pathfinder Kingmaker? Because wow.
Nope.
Nobody does that.
I did 39.
So I was sick and couldn't sleep and came downstairs, called out of work, had never heard of the game, didn't realize it was a Kickstarter, saw that, was like, oh shit, Pathfinder, oh shit, they're working with Paisio, this is going to be amazing, they're working with the Pathfinder devs, pre-ordered it, I did the $85 one. God, who is not here at the moment, really likes Pathfinder as well. So I was like, oh, I gotta do a gift for him and buy it. I was gonna buy him the cheap version, but they're like, no, if you buy this other $60 version, it comes with all this in-game stuff and a whole new level map and everything. So I bought it for him as a gift because he loves Pathfinder. $135 later, the game is 10 hot fixes, no major patch, and is buggy, and you can't fucking win.
Well, just look, Damok, just look at the issue that I was having with the fucking game. I mean, that fucking relic not appearing where it should have been, either with the queen or the chief, neither of them had it. And it really pissed me off. So I ended up killing everybody and killing everything, running out of time, and I had to reboot the whole game and said, fuck it, I'm cheating.
Yep, that's exactly what I did. I got all the way through Chapter 4, was about to get into Chapter 5, and there was a game-breaking bug where the NPCs that I was saving would run halfway and then stop dead in their tracks, and I couldn't do shit to move them along no matter how many times I rebooted the save.
See, the most money I ever spent on a game was probably Skyrim when I bought the Ultimate Edition for Skyrim, but at least that came with a fucking dragon in the box.
Dude, I have spent so much money on Skyrim. I have bought it on... Let's see. I bought it for my PC. I bought it for my PS3. I bought it for my PS4. I bought it for Brando on PC. And now I think I bought it on Switch.
I've got a Game Boy Light that should be arriving tomorrow.
I got it on... I did get it for PC as well, because I'm going to install the mods for it. The community mods, not the paid-for mods, but the free versions of those mods.
Let's see, I bought it for PC, 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One.
You have a problem.
Did you get it for Alexa?
And Switch.
Dude, Alexa actually has a very special edition, dude. Like, that's a real thing.
I hate all the cheese wheels.
I thought that was actually a joke. Like, when they did that during the reveal there, I thought that was a joke, and I was laughing my balls off. I'm like, dude, this is amazing. This was really well done. They're totally sticking it to themselves, and I love it that they're doing that. And then I find out the next friggin' day that it's real. There's actually a Skyrim very special edition for Alexa.
There's no way that's true. That was just part of the commercial.
Dude, I swear to God, look it up. I'm not joking. It's real.
Alexa, order me
It
a
is
sweet
real.
roll. Oh, I used to be a warrior, but I took an arrow to the knee.
Alexa, play Skyrim.
Zyber very special edition
Oh my god, it actually kicked off.
may not be suitable for all ages. Would you like to
Is
continue?
it playing Skyrim right now?
Yes!
Welcome back to Skyrim.
What'd I tell
It
you?
is playing Skyrim right now. It said it's not approved for all ages.
I see the shack. In the other is a spooky lighthouse.
Oh god, I'll bring the Alexa over.
I told you, man.
There's an Amazon link. We can push that on the thing.
I told you, dude. Damok, how did you not know about this?
I thought it was a joke, but she's continuing on a quest storyline. You ran up some mountain and you see blah blah blah. It won't stop. This is great.
One of the game features is, it's like, oh, encounter quests, fight monsters, eat sweet rolls.
Foster
Of all the
dog.
things you can do, Alexa, eat a sweet roll.
Burn spiders. This is the most accurate Amazon description I've actually ever read.
God damn it, now everybody in the house is circled around the Alexa playing Skyrim.
Walk straight up a mountain instead of going around. Yep. Nope. This is the most accurate description in Amazon ever.
I just laughed so hard I gave myself hiccups.
You may not grab ye flask.
Fail to collect all stones of Barnesia for the fifth time.
No, dude, Cecil, there is in one of the reviews for this game on the website, there is a you find yourself in yon dungeon. Ye seek a flask. Obvious exits are north, south, and Dennis.
You type in, get ye flask, but you can't get ye flask. And you gotta sit there and wonder why you can't get the flask, because there's no cool graphics to tell you anything. Goddamn strong bad. God, does he still making emails? I literally have not watched him in a while.
He does. The YouTube.
He does make stuff once in a while.
Yeah, the YouTube channel is a little dead right now, but he still does various things and variety of things.
Yeah, I never watched them on YouTube. I always used to watch them on homestarrunner.com.
Runner, yeah, .com.
Yeah, I don't think that website's even a thing anymore. I'm going to check right now.
It should still be
It
active.
better still be there. Just like stickdeath.com. That never goes away. If that ever goes away, I will commit murder.
It means the internet is officially gone down and broken.
Yeah, it means the internet's sold out. Damn internet.
You ruined my life. They're playing Skyrim in the kitchen now with Alexa.
I don't know about that.
Holy crap. They have a Kickstarter campaign for Trogdor board game.
I'd play it.
I would too.
I see. Hang on. Trogdor board game. The board game created by Homestar Runner.
Trogdor!
In a world where Homestar Runner creates board games.
In a world where the game doesn't suck.
Sounds pretty good to me.
They met their goal.
In a world where Bethesda has to release something on Alexa to not be buggy.
You still have 9 days to pre-order the game.
Oh shit, send that link, man.
Hey, Cecil's drunk. Send those links on
Yeah,
over.
man, I've been drinking, man.
He's gonna buy them shits. Hang on 1 second. It's on its way.
What's the highest package?
He's gonna buy us each. He's gonna buy us each one of them shits.
What's the highest
I'd like
package?
to say the highest package is a couple $1,000.
I'm on it. It's mine.
Your wife's gonna come at me like, "Why did he order this?" And I'd be
Wait.
like, "Well, he was drunk, and I sent him something." So it's I'm sorry. The highest you can go is $1,800.
He needs to get drunker first.
But those figurines look pretty impressive. They look pretty.
I mean, they're exactly what I think they should look like for a Trogdor.
Exactly.
They have the low def and the high def version of Burninator.
Burning it in the countryside. So, speaking of little figures, have you guys had it? Oh, go ahead.
Wait. Before you do that, one of the key features of this game is Burninate without flash.
No flash. All right, so speaking of figurines, have you guys checked out the game Starlink?
I've seen it, and I think it's something Star Fox related, but I'm not sure what it is. I keep seeing things pop up. I saw it in the store. Was wondering, other than another figurine collectible, what is this?
So it's not quite okay. So I'm on the fence about it because I really like the concept of it. There's a Star Fox storyline to it for the Switch. There's exclusive content for the Switch where you can
that's
actually
what I
run
was
around in
thinking.
the R-Wing and or Arc Wing, or whatever the hell
okay.
it's called, and play as Fox and stuff. However, if you buy the $75 version, which comes with the Arc figurine and all R-Wing figurine and all that stuff, you then, if you wanted to unlock everything else in the game, you had to pay like another 50 some odd bucks on top of it. Or you could just go and pay, I think, the $60 for the digital, deluxe version and get everything unlocked right off the bat. But I was reading some reviews on it, and it's getting some solid reviews. It's getting, I think it had like an 8 out of 10 on Metacritic, and I really wasn't expecting much out of it, but it looks very fun. But it does have those collectible, ships and stuff that you can get.
And I just don't know if I have room for more collectible chips and shit.
I gotta stop drinking and priming. I'm right now just staring up at my little shelf here. I've got a Ghost, some Mana Potions, 2 Cthulhus, a Cade 6, a Snarf, a custom hero click of Superman holding Thor's hammer and Captain America's shield, and some
thought you already
weird
had that.
skeleton guy. I think he's from Sea of Thieves. That game, that game could have been a lot better.
Yeah, no, I agree. Sea of Thieves could have been a lot better.
I mean, the mechanics of it were fun. Just in general, it was fun to kind of sail around and be a pirate, but there was nothing to do.
It got old.
It got
stale.
very repetitive very quickly. And it's a shame.
Yeah, that's why I need to get my hands on Skull and Bones and try that.
I want to try that because supposedly that's going to take the best parts of like Black Flag, of the ship battles, and they turned it into a game which looks like it might be what I'm looking for from Sea of Thieves, but I don't know. I'm hoping it is.
Pre-order it and find out. You're drunk.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, when it comes to video games, like, right now, other than some major ones that have been like, oh god, I've got to go get that. Like, Escape from Tarkov, NyQuil Assassin totally talked me into that. Like, he's like,
Have you pre-ordered that special edition Pokemon Switch yet?
Negative, because I'm not really huge on Pokemon. I enjoy it, but I'm not like balls deep in it like I am 11th Hour.
Did you know that they have a special edition releasing a Diablo 3 one?
That might get my attention.
They do, and it's cheaper than the Pokemon one. And
Yeah, but
actually
it looks
the base
so lame. It looks so lame.
at least has the Diablo like etchings on it.
Oh, yeah, it has an etching, but it just kind of stands out, and you're like, oh, look, they've done something to it. Other than that, it's like...
I was going to say, it's kind of like my car. Hey, look, I did something to it. I washed it.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. If that's going to be your favorite title on it, that's your favorite title. I mean, like my Wii U, like the controller is a Breath of the Wild one, and I like the design of it. It's just an extra bit.
Well, I saw the Super Smash Brothers controller, and I really liked the design on the special release one for Super Smash Brothers.
Yep. So you got 3 to choose from, and you don't have a Switch yet.
I don't have a Switch yet. I am looking.
I sold mine. I got rid of mine.
Why would you get rid of it, and why don't you have one?
Because I bought one when it first came out, and there was only Zelda was the only game to play for this thing, and there wasn't going to be anything else for like 6 or 7 or 8 months. And the one thing I was really interested in was the online play that they were talking about, where they were going to give you the opportunity to buy the classic games, and you can actually basically do the same thing for Xbox and PlayStation, where they gave you a free game. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to wait a year for that online feature to become available, so I just sold it. And I sold it used for more than it was worth new in box, because you couldn't get them.
Yeah, I was going to buy it off him, and he was going to give me a deal on it. Then I was like, well, if you can't take payments, I can't do it.
Yeah, this is true. I didn't...
And then like a couple weeks later, I ended up getting the one that I got.
This is true. He did offer to buy it, and I was like, nah, man, I want to be done with this shit, and I just want to get rid of it. I want this deal to smoke a road sign and end.
Okay, so I don't have one because I got my daughter one instead. Because I made her a deal. If she, there's these things that they have at school called AR points, advanced reader points. And she wasn't really getting any because she had to take tests to get them. And she doesn't like taking tests. So I gave her an incentive and I said, hey, if you get 85 AR points, I'll get you a gaming system. You name it, I'll get it. You want a PS4, you want a PS4 Pro? PS4 Pro. You want a Switch? It's a Switch. You want a Xbox? Whatever, it's yours.
Question.
Shoot.
Can I get one of those if I get 85 points?
Yeah, you gotta get the 85 points though, which means that you gotta break into a school and take some tests.
Oh, no, that's not a problem, though. Breaking into the school, that's the actual hard part, but I got enough books right on the shelf right there to get 85 points. I know that.
No, it's not. He looks 14. They won't even question.
You're good point.
Exactly.
Seriously, this is easy. The entire Harry Potter series is probably worth like 115.
Actually, it's any book that's over 200 pages counts as 4 points, I think.
Okay, so I've been reading Horus Heresy, and I've got like 8 books that I've blown through, and I got another 4 to read. That's worth it, and those are like 600 pages.
So how many times do I have to read One Fish, Blue Fish, Two Fish for it to count?
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to be able to comprehend what you read. You can't just read it.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the system. I had to do that shit in middle school.
All right, so let's break it down then. I've been reading the Eisenhorn series, and I know who Eisenhorn is and the Holy Inquisition of the Emperor, and we can go through all of that.
Is it a Spanish Inquisition?
No, it's better than the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
I knew you were going there. Now, so anyway, so I said, hey, if you can get 85 points, you got it. So by the end of the year, she didn't get it. So the next year started off, and it's the start of a new year, and she said, hey, does that still count? And I said, yeah, sure, kid. So at 85 points, you get whatever you want. So she ended up getting something like 190 some odd points. And I was just like, all right, kid, you get it. So I got her, because she got so many, I got her a Switch. I got her Mario Odyssey and Stardew Valley.
I was about to say, according to the point conversion metrics, you owe her 2 consoles.
Yeah, that's why I got her some games with it. Because I kind of was like, oh boy, yeah, you're totally gypped if you totally went that far.
So I do want to add that the reason why I haven't picked up another Switch yet isn't because I don't like the gaming console. I actually found it to be amazing, and I wrote a very long review on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, basically detailing like this is where kind of I hope all gaming consoles eventually will go. but they have a new model coming out in 2019, so I didn't see the point in dropping a ton of cash for one when the new model is going to be coming out next year.
I like new model.
That's something that's interesting. I don't like what they're doing with the new model coming out. It's going to be faster. It's going to have a decent resolution across the board, and it screws over everybody else that's already bought the Switch. And they're not even calling it Switch 2. They're just calling it Switch, and they're going to resell it. You can't sell back your Switch for the new one either.
Nintendo always does that.
They do that with Apple products all the fucking time.
They did that with PlayStation. Like
Nintendo
PlayStation
does it
3,
too.
when the Slim came out, it actually had better specs than the original PlayStation Fat that came out, except it didn't have the PS2 emulation chip. That was the only difference.
How many 3DSs have there been in the past 10 years?
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's been
but
way
you can
too many.
You can still play a new game on an old one.
Ask Nintendo, and even they'll be like, let's quick, ask the Magic 8 Ball, because we have no idea.
Always expect that with Nintendo.
So I figured next year around, when the 2019 version drops, I will absolutely pick one up, and then I will be very happy playing it, because I did enjoy Breath of the Wild in some areas. Other areas I felt it was too much, too tedious.
Weapons breaky.
Yeah, that would kind of annoy me. You spend all this time making this weapon, you hit one rock, and the rock's like, oh, we're just going to go ahead and break this weapon you spent 3 hours making. So sorry about that.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't like about the game, where your weapons broke so easily.
Now, I didn't mind that necessarily your weapons will break and wear out, but I did think they wore out too quickly.
Yeah, I think The Witcher 3 actually did the weapon thing the best, where you occasionally got to see a smith and their strength degrades over time, but if they were still usable pretty much to the point of 0%.
Okay, so there's a question. How do you guys feel about micromanaging your weapon durability in a game?
I think there's a point in time where it can be kind of awesome and more realistic, but then I figure games kind of go way overboard with that aspect, with like, hey, every time you swing this weapon, you're gonna need to bring it to a smith and say, okay, here you go. Because all the way back in the day and age of Ultima Online, they had the same exact thing, where your weapons, your armor eventually ran out, but you got to use it for so long that it wasn't a tedious boredom. In Breath of the Wild, it became a huge hassle. It's the point in time where it's like, I don't even want to bother exploring anymore because I only have 2 swords and I can't risk them both breaking.
You had weapons of glass in Breath of the Wild. It's like,
Yeah, it was pretty much like someone just came over and said, here, use this Coke bottle.
I think the Dooku sticks were stronger than most of the weapons.
Dude,
yeah, just ran around with sticks beating shit.
the Dooku sticks are stronger than the goddamn Master Sword.
I understood the melee weapons, but I don't understand why the bows broke after like 6 arrows. That made no sense to me. Bows don't break that easily.
Got me in the eye.
Well, it was made by some crackhead in an alleyway. He's like, here you go. Here is a wonderful
The
bow.
bowkin on meth.
It was that dude from Resident Evil 4 that had like the coat on. You want some sale?
What you buying?
Yeah, exactly. What you buying?
Oh God, what is that?
Oh my God, you're not wearing pants.
Sorry, it's laundry day.
I firmly believe that The Witcher 3 had it right, where it was something that you needed to pay attention to, but it wasn't something that, if you forgot to do it, was the end of the world.
I will agree with Shadow. Like, it was fantastically done in The Witcher 3. You did have to micromanage it and keep sure that everything was going well, but it wasn't so tedious that you had to I just wanted to swing the sword to see the animation. Ah, shit, I took durability loss.
And that was the worst part.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's one thing to micromanage the durability. It's another thing to go through 2 or 3 weapons in one fucking fight with a non-boss enemy.
Like, if an enemy dropped a weapon and you grabbed it and beat him to death with it, it'd already be broken by the end of it in Breath of the Wild. That's why I started a new playthrough this week, but I ended up stopping because the game discourages exploring, because if you explore, you will get into a fight, and then you won't have any weapons.
So Dark Souls was really bad for that aspect, where your weapons became really quick.
Well, Dark Souls is bad about murdering you no matter what you do anyways.
Yeah, and they're really assholes about it. Like, you died, and it's like, you died.
Yeah, that's like Resident Evil. Like, you just get your face gnawed off by a dog. You died. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, but that's after you shit yourself, so it's kind of like a double, like, whammy. Not only did you just turd yourself, but you're also like, oh, the game is also mocking me because I also died.
But they also drag it out. It's like, you died. And you're waiting for the little blood animation. You're like, Yeah, I got that.
Resident Evil was so good, you wanted to go ahead and do it again, even though you did die. Like, that was the great part about that game, is no matter how many times you died and how many times the game was like, ha, you died, they still had that one chief that goes, everybody's gonna die. So it was expected.
That was Resident Evil 2.
Dark Souls also had that lovely thing of where when you did die, it'd bring you to like the last load point and
Save point, load point, whatever.
Yeah.
The last
Last checkpoint.
not checkpoint, it's the last fireplace you use, or last camp zone you
Oh, I
use.
thought when you're saying load point, I thought you were talking about the tip of a penis.
Well, giggity. But yeah, if you died close to it, that fucking thing was right there when you spawned, and it would spawn kill you, and you get caught in a freaking death loop.
That's why I always had to restart my games, thanks to those damn skeletons. Find a pretty treasure chest.
The worst part about it is when you died, you left whatever souls you had with you at that point in time of your death. So at one point in time, I had like 150,000 souls because I hadn't reached the point where I could level up yet, and I died. And then I went to go grab the souls, and I died like 2 feet away from that glowing green orb. And as I died, I was like, so close.
Now, you're all talking about Resident Evil again. Has anybody realized that they are completely remaking Resident Evil 2 with modern day graphics? It comes out in January.
Dude, it looks amazing.
No, they're not. They're not doing that. It's not going to happen. They're going to stop it. They're going to stop it now.
No, dude. Like, I was watching the demos of it, and they're actually going...
Just let it happen.
They're going as far as making it so that when you shoot the zombies, you can actually shoot limbs off of them.
If they go in the route where they basically copy the game from beginning to end, but if they go back and do that bullshit of like, what happens if you killed Leon Kennedy, I'm just not going to entertain the thought of even buying that game.
Supposedly, it's going to follow the storyline 100% and go forward with it. They are just using modern day graphics and, like what Cecil was saying, to shoot off the limbs. Couple extra little things there. Looks phenomenal.
All right, what I want to see happen
Wouldn't it be funny
is
if-
I want to see them do what they did for Resident Evil, where they remade Resident Evil for the GameCube and they brought in all the things that were missing. And it was so obvious because when I played that freaking game for the first time, not the GameCube game, but the original Resident Evil, going through it, I'm like, dude, there should be something here. They've left like this big spot. I can't believe there's nothing right here. And then we got the director's cut, and I'm like, oh, great, I'm going to get all this stuff. I know there's stuff missing. And there was nothing missing. They just reorganized it so things were in a different spot.
No, they shouldn't, because I remember playing the original Resident Evil and then going, I love this game. And then I got the remake for Resident Evil for the GameCube. And I remember that when you killed zombies in Resident Evil, they fucking stayed dead.
Dude, I love that they came back.
No, I didn't love that because I didn't expect it. I was like, why aren't these zombies' bodies just pulling away in this body, this puddle of blop? And I came back later on and they started getting up and I shit myself. Like the first time one of those Crimson Heads got up off the ground, I legit was like, holy shit, this is actually happening. And they only gave you enough oil to burn X amount of bodies. You had to be strategic about which ones you actually wanted to burn, which was fantastic, but I still ended up pooping myself.
Dude, I friggin' love that. That right there is like one of the single reasons why Dead Space will be one of my top list horror games of all time. Because
speaking of that, by the way, I did pick up Dead Space 3.
Oh, finally, you fucker.
I know, right? It took me a long time. Well, my hard drive was full, so I had to actually buy an external hard drive as well.
Oh, well, you got a webcam too. I guess we'll find out at the end if you actually got a Twitter or Facebook page now.
I have a Twitter page. I do. I may have set it up like 15 minutes before the show began, but I have a Twitter page.
Nice.
I can't give him shit now.
No, but dude, like Dead Space, walking around that game, every time you killed something. And I first thought it was that same thing of, oh, hey, they got enough technology now. They're leaving the dead body there. Oh, that's a cool little twist. They're leaving the dead body for you. Very cool. Then you walk by and the thing lunges up and starts attacking you and you're like, oh my God, I'm pooping my pants. Like that game single-handedly changed the way I play horror games. I go through all my buttons now whenever I start a horror game. If I've got a melee attack whatsoever, anytime there's something dead on the ground, I'm going to like inch my way up to it and keep using that melee until I start seeing blood. And if that thing moves, then I pull out the gun or whatever I've got in my hand and I start plugging it as much as possible until it stops moving.
It's almost like the makers of horror games heard one of my Wouldn't It Be Funny Ifs.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to hear
See, my thing, though, is anytime I see a body on the ground that's in a horror game, I cock shot it. Every time I cock shot
I'm not getting close enough to a cock shot it. I'm going to inch my way forward until I see blood.
Just aim, but blop. Blow its,
I'm not going to waste a bullet on it, man, because what if it's not actually dead? Or what if it's actually dead? If it's not actually dead, I'm pissing my pants. If it's actually dead, then I'm wasting a bullet.
Come on. It's
I
Zyber.
do that just so that you know if it's actually a zombie or someone playing zombie, because you have those games where you're going through and it's actually a person on the ground and they're not like really hurt, but like they will attack you.
All right, what game are you talking about? Because I don't know a game where there's a person laying on the ground, not actually hurt.
Like some of those survival games.
Like The Forest? Right? What are we talking about here? I mean, everything is usually a monster.
Well, shit, I can't think of anything right off the top of my head, but I've played games where they're like people on the ground and they're enemies, but like they're not dead.
All right, I'm calling bullshit on you. You're a big fat dirty liar.
Like
I think I know what he's talking about.
Last of Us, there's some situations like that.
Those aren't people. Those are like fungus-infected zombie things.
So like Left 4 Dead has this little crying girl, and she just wants to be your friend. You walk up to her and you touch her. It's fine.
I just think...
fuck that. No. Especially kids in horror games. I shoot kids in horror games.
So do I.
I just think that Zyber has an obsession with the cock, and he has finally admitted it. Every game he plays at this point, he just shoots things in the cock.
Dicks out for Damok.
Yeah, that's right. Dicks out for Damok. Vietnam, they had the ears. They put the necklace of ears. I could see Zyber with a necklace of cocks. And it's just, it's suitable.
Shiitake mushrooms, man. You gotta get the shiitake mushrooms.
Dude, I'm watching this trailer for that Resident Evil 2 thing, or gameplay. And they've made a lot of changes to the game. A ton of changes to the game.
Well, hold on. You can't make that call because that's tech demo footage. That's not like the actual game. Everything I've seen has been tech demo. That's been like, hey, we got a zombie here and we're shooting it to show you what it looks like.
This is liquor battle gameplay. This is legit inside the game.
So their website has changed it, and at first it did not say reimagined, and now it does say reimagined, so I will have to take a deeper look into it. But the original gameplay they talked about, they were trying to stay true to Resident Evil 2.
They're gonna fuck it.
I just want them to give it the same treatment that they gave the Resident Evil 1 remake. Because there was so much that they added into that game, and I'm like, dude, thank you, because I knew something was supposed to be there. Like that corner hallway where it's got the stairs that go up, and then you bank a right, and you go up the next set of stairs, and then you're in that hallway. And if you go to the right, there's those two doors on the right, but if you go to the left, there's that stupid long hallway with like nothing there except for a door all the way at the end. And I always said, there's something else supposed to be here. There is something else right here, and it's not here. And in the remake for GameCube, they finally put it there. I'm like, dude, thank you. I knew it was supposed to be there. That's mostly drunk Steve.
A portrait on the wall.
And then D just said something like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if this thing busted through the wall? I'd be like, no, dude, I shot that thing in the... Oh my God!
And there's Zyber shooting it in the cock.
Yeah. Like normal, we're going way over time. So we actually have no questions from Zyber this time around, but I drew up a few questions from Cecil. Just random questions to run around and say, hey, what's this? So, for instance, first question I had. Would you or would you not suck a cock for a really great game?
Absolutely not.
No.
What game?
It's a really great game.
I need to know the game before I decide to suck the cock.
We're going to say a Serenity make game, like Firefly.
So no.
I'd do it. As long as I got the game and all the DLC for free, I'd do it.
It's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Now, are we talking like Gabe Newell making a new game? Because I'll suck his dick for Half-Life 3. Done and done.
Yeah.
Take a shot in the mouth.
Yeah. It just a really great game. Like, you think of the game that you want to see made. Would you suck a cock for it?
I don't
Half-Life
care what
3.
kind of a game comes out. I ain't taking a bullet down the mouth for that shit.
Half-Life 3, non-VR, standard, just like the other Half-Lives, where you actually have to use the med kits and actual good gameplay. Take a shot in the mouth.
All
No,
right, so
I
just
won't
wanna
take a
confirm.
shot. However, I will enjoy the great games that come out after all y'all suckers take a shot in the mouth.
I just want to clarify that you're willing to gargle mayonnaise for a game.
I've gargled it for less, man. I mean, the Army's the Army.
All right,
What happens
fair
in Vegas
enough.
stays in Vegas. Or in Damok's case, what happens in Afghanistan stays in Afghanistan.
Except herpes.
If we're going that route, just a note of honesty, the life and times of the G.N.A. podcast, I like to see that game come to fruition. I'd take a shot for that.
That's a lot of dicks you got to suck to make that happen, man.
Yeah, there's a lot that's more than one day you gotta suck to get that game off the ground.
There's an entire smorgasbord of cocks you got to swallow to make that shit
It's
happen.
like the entire It's like the entire staff of Telltale Games that you gotta suck off for that one, man.
That's like an Olympian-sized pool.
It's like at least one Cthulhu.
Olympian-sized pool full of semen to make this happen.
The part that it starts off at is when Cecil blows up his hands and debolts.
Yeah. All you see is a smoke cloud and a Cecil coming out of the top of it with flaming hands. Looking like the Toxic Avenger.
And then it rolls the opening credits, and then it, life and times, and how we got to where we are right now.
You know what? What's really going to be funny is when Cecil dies and he gets to see, relive his life flash before his eyes, it's going to be 90% debolting
Yeah.
from some
You're like,
shit.
man, this motherfucker ran a lot.
Yeah. How the hell did he not try out for track? I mean, really?
I was a fast motherfucker that day.
Bye, Cecil.
It'd be those moments of where it's like, wow, I didn't even know he was here for that.
Okay, so next question. Round the room. What is the number one all-time, hands down, best horror movie ever made?
I'll go ahead and answer it first. I don't have an answer.
Bullshit. There's
You should
gotta
have
be
only
a
seen
horror
one
movie.
at least.
I thought you legitimately had a favorite horror movie called My Little Pony, and it was canceled.
That was called My Little Pony Equestria Girls.
Well, yeah, of course that, but like you said, you'd barely consider that a horror movie.
No, so in all seriousness, I thought your favorite horror movie was going to be Scooby-Doo and the Haunted Mansion.
That also works as well. No, but if I had to answer it, zombies.
No. His favorite is My Little Pony Suicide Girl cosplay.
Okay, could you actually send me a link to watch that?
Yeah.
All right,
ditto.
so getting on a serious note, it's really hard to choose my actual horror movie favorite of all time, but I'm going to go ahead and just tap into what I said last week in Event Horizon, because that movie still freaks me out. It's like one of the few horror movies that still gets me.
It's such a good movie.
It's such a good movie, and it's got, I don't understand why it didn't do well in the box office, and then afterwards it got this huge cult following. That and Evil Dead.
The original or remake?
Original.
Okay, so
Original.
I don't count the original Evil Dead as a horror movie, mostly because I laughed
It's fucking
too
hilarious.
hard watching it.
Right, but in actuality, that movie was meant to be a horror movie, and it was campy as motherfuck, and it was amazing.
It was campy as shit. Evil Dead's really good. I absolutely have to agree with Event Horizon being one of the absolute best horror movies for the psychological aspect of it. But you know what really scared the shit out of me as a kid? Critters. I fucking hate that movie. Still
dude.
can't watch it.
That's a great one.
Critters was a good one, yeah. That was the thing inside the box, right?
No, those little roly things that
No?
came from space with the needles.
Oh,
that would
right,
stuck
your
in.
head?
Right, yeah.
And Ugg, the friggin' intergalactic bounty hunter who came down and took on the face of the rock star dude.
Oh, yeah. Nah, Critters scared the shit out of me as a kid because they could be hiding. I had a giant water bed that, you have to have those little slats. They could come out and grab me and eat me, and yeah, fucked me up as a kid.
Yeah, dude, that movie did fuck me up as a kid too, man. I haven't thought about Critters in years. What about you, D?
I think one of my favorites, it wasn't the scariest, but one of my favorites just as a classic was the original Howling, because I've been watching that shit since about the age of 2. So it's just a good classic for me.
Yeah, but then it really doesn't turn into a horror movie when you've watched it that much. What horror movie really scared you? Like that? Let's put it there. Like, what movie really scared the shit out of you? Like, actually scared the shit out of you?
So hang on, just before you get back to the D. So a movie that really scared the shit out of me was when we ended up in the hospital because my brother smoked his nose on something and cut himself over. And this asshole over here goes, "Hey, let's watch Puppet Masters." And they have this scene where this doll crawls onto this fucking girl and then drills a hole in her fucking head, or his head, whoever it was, I think. I had fucking nightmares so bad that our mother made me sleep with him because I could not get to sleep because I was so terrified that this fucking doll was going to put a hole in my head. The minute I would fall asleep, I'd wake up screaming. I was like fucking 5 when this
And I
shit
made him
happened.
watch Puppet Master.
And my mother comes in the room, sees what's happening, sees my horrified gaze, and looks over at my brother and goes, "Oh, you did not just fucking do that shit."
What was that movie with the little troll that lived in like the
Leprechaun.
No.
No, it wasn't Leprechaun. And like the cat would
Troll.
bat it away because it was coming
Troll.
up and
No.
It's called Troll.
No,
No, it's called something
no.
else. It's not Troll.
That was the one where the black cat. Those were different stories, weren't they? Where the cat, they were talking about the cat would come up. It was the black cat one because the guy ended up on the ledge, and there was a whole bunch of little stories in it.
You're talking about the black cat that would like kill its owner eventually, right?
No,
Yeah, like jump down his throat and choke him or whatever.
Yeah, that was based off of
That was Tales from the Dark
That was it.
Side.
yeah, Tales from the Dark Side. Yeah,
it was Tales.
No,
I bet you
no.
money because the troll ended up getting thrown into the fan and getting chopped up.
Okay, yes, it did get thrown into the fan and getting chopped up, but it was that little thing and it would crawl on top of the girl and try and suck her soul out of her mouth and everything while she's sleeping. The cat would jump up and smack it away.
Yeah, so the myth was that cats would try to steal your breath while you slept, but really that cat was trying to protect it, and it was a black cat, and it was and I think it was Tales from the Dark Side because the guy was telling him a story, and it was the same guy who played Lord Harkonnen from Dune. I think Zyber is motioning at us that he loves us. Either that or he really wants olive juice.
No, that was the Damok.
Oh, okay.
So the one that he's referring to is a story called The Cat from Hell, which is actually contributed by Stephen King. He contributed to that storyline.
That might be. I gotta find
Hold
it.
on.
It was this little troll that lived in a hole in the wall that would come
I know what
out.
movie you're talking about.
Yeah, and it would go on the girl's chest when she was sleeping, and it would try and like breathe in and suck her soul out of her, and the cat would jump up, but it wasn't a black cat, and the cat would smack it away. And oh, dude, I remember it as a kid, and I've never watched the goddamn movie.
Cat's eyes.
The troll thing would try and get the cat framed for doing stuff around the house so it wouldn't be able to be inside.
Stephen King's Cat's Eyes. That's the name of the movie. Stephen King's Cat's Eyes. Look it up.
I think you're right.
Look it up. Stephen King's Cat's Eyes. If I'm right, you owe me beer.
Yep, I got you beer because that's the goddamn movie right there.
Huzzah!
Oh man, that movie.
Damok. The shadow on the wall kind of creeped me out there for a second.
Oh yeah, that shadow in the background there is kind of creepy.
God is brushing his ponytail and getting ready for the pigtails. Oh, I got a picture.
I got it. It's called the troll from Cat's Eye. That's it. It's got to be it.
Yeah, we already figured that one out.
Look at that.
Shinzu.
No, really? I must have missed that. I was watching the trailer for it. I wasn't paying attention to you guys.
Cyber, what do you got, man?
The first movie to ever fucking scare the shit out of me was Poltergeist 2.
Good movie.
I was 5. I was 5 when I first saw it.
Was that the one where the preacher was like underground and he brought all the people with him? They got sealed down there and died?
No, that was the one where the family moves into the house that was built on top of an Indian cemetery, and Carrie Ann is like, "Oh, step away from the light, Carrie Ann," kind of shit.
That's the
Like,
first
Yeah, that's the first
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Wait, that was the first Poltergeist, and it wasn't an Indian burial ground. It was just a graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the tree and the clown. I used to have a clown doll, and that's what scared me the most.
Yeah, the second one had, they were like, there was the preacher that conned all these people to go down underground and they sealed themselves in. They all died down there. And then that, like, ended up being the crux of it. You know, that was the poltergeist that we're attacking.
That movie scared the shit out of me, especially the preacher man's whistle. That set me off real bad. And after that, the first Hellraiser movie got me after that. That was after, like, those two movies, everything's a comedy now.
All right, D, what was yours?
I still don't have one. I mean, there really wasn't anything that scared the shit out of me because I was so used to being traumatized from, you know, since before I could form memories from all the horror movies my dad had me watch.
Well, there had to be something. In the Mouth of Madness, Memento.
Which was a good one, but still didn't get under my skin. A Pendulum. There was lots of good stuff, but I mean, at the age of 7, I'd watch like Night of the Living Dead, the original, before going to sleep.
Oh, that was so easy though. That was an easy movie to watch.
Yeah, it was a black and white movie.
So mine, there's a mild story behind it. So mine was The Shining by Stephen King. But the reason why I say that, because the Jack Nicholson one was really nowhere near what the book was. But after I watched Stephen King, the movie, after I watched The Shining, the movie, I read the book, and literally while reading the book, I got to the part where the old woman was in the bathtub, and she came out, and she she was naked, and I got to that part, and I literally slammed the book shut and threw it across the room and sat there all night staring at the damn book with the lights on going, I'm not going to sleep. I got to school the next day, had to run the mile, and I was like, oh God, I feel like garbage.
All right. Was that when you were having those like nightmares of the floor falling out?
No, that was after I played Prince of Persia. But yeah, so anytime I watch Stephen King now, it makes me think of the book. Or sorry, I keep saying that. Every time I watch The Shining, it makes me think of the book, and I get freaked out. And so that's my movie. All right, last question I had for the night was, what was our original topic tonight? Because I don't really remember.
Original topic was horror movies that got a sequel that didn't deserve a sequel.
Oh, really?
That was what we discussed last week. I don't know how it was for tonight.
Oh. Did we talk about that at all?
Not really, no. We kind of just skimmed around it completely.
Oh, well, that's all I had for questions.
Sounds good.
So where can people find you at, Damok?
Mostly in the Discord or below me at damoksucks.net. I'm always there.
What about you, Shinzu? Where can people find you at?
I can be found trolling the G.N.A podcast, or you can find me on Twitter at Secret Solvent on Twitter.
What about you, Zyber? Where can people find you at?
You're muted, Zyber.
I guess we can't find him anywhere.
All right. No, you can't. You can't find me anywhere. You can find me on the G.N.A Discord, though. G.N.A Twitter, G.N.A Facebook, Zyber Games Facebook, Zyber Games Twitter, as well as Zyber Games Instagram, where you'll see the Metagross duo that I have on that I got during Community Day. Yeah.
Nice.
Suck it, Trebek.
What about you, Shadow? Where can people find that weird white-looking cock in your lap?
Meowsalini and I can be found at morganbs.com. If you need all my other links, they can be found there. I can also be found trolling the Discord every once in a while, not all day, every day like Cecil does.
All day, every day. Can't stop, won't stop. What about you, D? Where can people find you at?
Well, first off, people can find me at Playing the Lottery, because if I make it big and can make some games happen, I'm getting my dick sucked.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. But people can find me at microbrewgamers with a Z instead of an S.com at my website, which has links to my YouTube. I got my Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. I'm on Facebook. I've got my own Discord channel, Microbrew Gamers. I'm also haunting the G.N.A Discord along with the Yeah Dude Gamers Discord.
We can see your numbers, Zyber. I'm going to copy them shits now.
And I'm Cecil Xavier, your host. You can find me on Cecil vs. Games at Twitter, Cecil Xavier everywhere else, Facebook, Ustream, Twitch, Mixer, and I'm also tooling around the G.N.A. podcast, Discord, as well as the G.N.A. podcast, Twitter feed, Facebook page, as well as Do Gamers Discord, TPC's Discord, pretty much every Discord that you can possibly think of. Actually, there's a great question now that I'm going on here. Where the hell's Blue? He was supposed to join us tonight.
Sorry, he's under my desk right now. He's busy.
Is he trying to make a game?
He's hoping for one. He ain't gonna get one. He getting something else.
Well, the front end's there, the back end's here, so you tell me.
No, seriously, I'm actually mildly worried because he was really egging on Jason Voorhees. I mean, he was really, really egging him on. I'm a little concerned about him.
Maybe he's sucking his dick for a good game.
I sent him an invite.
Jason Voorhees?
No, Blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to send Jason Voorhees the invites? Shit.
I don't know.
Or Blue's address?
Zyber sent him an invitation to Jason Voorhees' dick, and that's where he currently is living right now.
I'm just a little concerned that we may have lost Blue to the fatalness of Mr. Voorhees.
Well, Shinzu, the whole thing of there's a devil in his dick and there's demon in his semen.
He's about to find out in about 5 minutes.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes or your favorite podcast app.
You did say rate.
I said rate, not
you
rape.
did say rate. All right.
Reviews help other people find the show, so if you enjoy the show, spread the word. You can also find us on other services like Google Play Music, Podcast Addict, Stitcher, Player FM, Spreaker, MyTuner, Your Listen, and wherever the hell else you want to find us. Let us know. If we're not there, we'll upload there. And yes, we are finally on Spotify. Go check us out there as well. You can follow us on Twitter at G.N.A. Podcast or join us on the Discord chat. See the pinned tweet. We're also on Facebook. Just search at G.N.A. Podcast and you will track us down there. We partnered up with Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle is a gaming purchasing service that G.N.A. has partnered with where you purchase games like you normally would, but with a slight twist. You actually, you give to charity every time you buy a game from there. So if you're searching through Steam and you find a game that you like, go check out to see if it's on Humble Bundle because it might be there. And when you buy it from Humble Bundle, you actually give to charity at the same time. So it's a win-win. If you do go to Humble Bundle and you want to let them know that we sent you, all you got to do is put a partner equals G.N.A. podcast at the end, and that will let Humble Bundle know that we sent you their way. And you can put that at the end of any link, including the monthly Humbles. So just a heads up though, we don't want your money. So if you go and fill it all out and there's a little slider bar down there at the bottom, we don't want you to give us any money. We want you to give all that money to charity or to the developers. If you get a Humble Bundle monthly and you put our name at the end, it's actually cool because it gives, I think $5 or $10 over to us, to G.N.A. And we're more than likely going to turn those around and give them away as codes on G.N.A. Game Show nights, which is every first Saturday. We are skipping this Saturday coming up next because that is going to be the first Saturday is going to be our Extra Life show. Our Extra Life event. So our Extra Life event is going to be, we are playing games for 24 hours straight under the G.N.A. And there's Zyber holding off a shirt. You'll probably see some of those pop up in the Discord feed, possibly on Facebook if he decides to show a picture of it. But yeah, so we're going to cancel this game show night coming up. We might just postpone it to later on in the month. But yeah, so join us for Extra Life, where we're going to have rotating people playing on the different G.N.A. streams like YouTube, Mixer, Twitch. And we're going to try to raise some money for charity.
Are we utilizing Periscope this year?
I think we are, unless we've been kicked off of Periscope because of copyright rights again.
All right.
So far with Humble Bundle, we have raised $13.34 this month. And that actually is all from the store. So somebody bought something from the store and put a $partner equals G.N.A. podcast. So, hey, very cool of you, whoever you were, Zyber. And hey, just remember, if you're going to get something in, at Steam whatsoever, if you're looking for a deal, also keep in mind that if you get the Humble Bundle monthly, you get 10% off of their store at all times. So whatever the price is, you get 10% off of it. So that just gives you a double bonus to go and buy. Is it 9%?
Also 9 games.
Oh yeah, you also get like 9 games. You get a whole crap ton of games for the monthly. It's stupid.
Good shit too.
Yeah.
Good shit.
It's stupid the stuff that you get. I mean, I thought Humble Bundle personally. I thought Humble Bundle was going to change over since IGN bought them out. I thought it was going to be a huge change, but it hasn't. I mean, there's a couple of lull months, but that's about it.
Hey, last month I got Overwatch for $13, so I'm
No,
not
it was
complaining
this
at
month.
all.
It was October's game.
No,
Overwatch was...
No, October's Hollow Knight. Last month, September, was Overwatch.
Well, anywho, so another question: do you like anime? Because if you do, join us for Wednesday nights at 19:30 Eastern Time at http://www.rab.it/G.N.A podcast for Anime Night, hosted by Blue Shark 45. He isn't any of those things though. If you like horror movies, check out our horror movie night. We do that once a month. That's hosted by Zyber and that's the second Saturday, the Saturday following game show night. But we're skipping game show night this month, or November, I should say. But that's only because we're doing some stuff for Extra Life instead. We are hosting we're also hosting our friends on our different feeds like Mixer and Twitch. So check out our feeds there whenever you can, and you'll see some of our good friends playing some games. We also would like to thank Morgan BS Photography for our new logo and artwork. Check him out at morganbs.com. You can email us at GNApodcast@GNA with questions, comments, death threats. We don't care. We just don't want to get emails from Blue anymore saying nobody's emailing us. We'd love to hear from you.
Please direct all
Wow, I
lawsuits
just
to
want
that
to
email.
say, Blue is being quite the teenage Megasonic warhead right now.
Blue is?
I mean, then again, Shadow rather. Sorry, Shadow is being a teenage Megasonic warhead.
Hey, God.
I mean, then again, he is 14.
Okay, go ahead, hashtag that
Well,
out.
I mean, you also can't blame the guy. He just got a little pussy tonight, so it's all good.
He did, right in his lap.
He had a tweet about it. That's right. Yeah, he had
Nice.
a tweet about getting a little pussy, a little white pussy.
You should.
You
A
racist.
little white pussy crawled up in his lap tonight. It wasn't for too long,
Yeah, it doesn't.
but he'll grow with experience.
He doesn't
He'll get
need
better.
I got some snooting.
Last but not least, check out our website at
www.GNApodcast.com.
I love it. I
That
absolutely
was
love
good,
it.
but we're gonna have to really up the game on posts there.
Yeah, it may have to. Well, thank you all for joining me tonight. Have a great night.
Absolutely, brother. Have a good one.
All right. Let's see. I've got Audacity running. Mic mute's on. Let's see. Get Discord going here. All right. Yep. That should be working. It's recording to the right one. All right. Let's get this show started. What the fuck? Huh? Oh, God damn it. This motherfucker. I swear to God, this guy just won't fuck off. You know, he just does not want to fucking die. Jesus Christ. I swear to God, Dorian, you little bitch. You just don't want to stay fucking dead. And it's really ticking me off. I just cannot stand this bullshit. Like, how many fucking times do we have to fucking kill you? You little bastard. Well, I'm gonna be the one to do it. Fucking bring it, Jason! Oh, you think that machete's gonna save your butt, Jason? Well, I've got 12 reasons for you why you're gonna be on the floor. You swamp-ass, hockey-wearing, stinky motherfucker. This is what you get. This is what you get for buying Friday the 13th without using partner equals G.N.A podcast. I can't stand it when people don't use that link. I mean, for Christ's sake, people, if you go onto Humble Bundle and you find any link, any game, then you can use partner equals G.N.A podcast and you can donate to charity. Why won't you help out charities, Jason? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why won't you use partner equals G.N.A podcast. Die. 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 Oh, fuck. I guess I'm not recording tonight. I gotta clean up this. Oh my god, it got on the walls. Oh. I'm gonna need a lot of trash bags for this and a shovel. Well, at least left me the machete. I can quarter him with that. Son of a bitch! Oh. Fuck. Hopefully that did it. Oh my god. It's everywhere. Oh, the ceiling, the walls. Oh, this is gonna be a big mess. Oh, looks like I'm not gonna be on the show tonight. Well, at least he's dead. At least until next year.